Hi, I'm Nicole Cherry. I'm your yoga teacher today. Thank you for coming to my channel. I love to offer sensual embodiment yoga flows, just kind of breaking the rules of traditional yoga when it comes to certain postures. We all have different bodies, we all have different needs. So just finding ways to feel good in your body as long as you're staying with the proper alignment and finding range, exploring range in your body as well. This practice today is a 40-minute energizing sensual yoga flow, perfect for the mornings to wake up and get your body ready for the day, or maybe a lovely midday reset. So whatever time of day you're doing it, it's going to be a wonderful activation for you. Stay tuned at the end of the video. I'm going to be offering a free gift just for you to awaken your sensual self. All you need is your mat today, so if you're ready, let's get started. Let's begin standing at the back of our mat. Feet a nice comfortable hip width apart, hands resting gently on the thighs, closing the eyes, just taking a moment to arrive. Ready for this awakening moment in our day. Maybe a midday reset. Deeply inhale through the nose. Feel the space fill up the rib cage, expanding the collarbones. Exhale, soften. And we'll move through 3 rounds of sun breaths. Inhale, arms reach up. Palms flip together. Exhale, flip the palms forward and pull the elbows behind you, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, like you're holding a Pilates ball, side bend. Inhale up. Exhale, flip the palms forward, cactus. Inhale up, reach. Exhale, side bend to the left. Keeping those shoulders in line. Inhale up. Exhale, pull the palms down to your heart, sigh it out. Anjali Mudra. Reset. And again, inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crescent moon to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus to the left. Inhale up. Press palms together. Anjali Mudra, down to heart center. Release the palms, Tadasana, reset. Last round, moving breath to movement. Inhale, arms reach up, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up, stretch up, exhale, flip the palms, pull the elbows together, puff up the chest, cactus. Inhale, reach. Everything staying in one line, side bend, crescent moon. Inhale, reach, get taller each time. Exhale, cactus, just lifting, arching upper body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hold on to that Pilates ball and side bend to the left. Inhale up. Palms pressed together, down to heart center. Releasing the palms, Tadasana. Inhale, reach. This time taking a big forward fold, Uttanasana. Soft bend in the knees, hinge at the hips, take it down. Melt into the hips here, soften the chest, sway, ragdoll, grab the elbows. Taking that little sway side to side, shaking the head, swaying into anything. Nice decompression of our spine. And then let's start to open the hips, fingertips to the floor, turn the toes out. On the exhale, we sink the hips low, look up, find Malasana. Inhale, lift, press into the mat, stretch through the legs, round through the spine. Exhale, lengthen the spine, sink the hips. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Round the spine, find that halfway lift feeling with a round spine, just lengthening everything out, and then exhale, sink the hips down, finding your Malasana. Elbows pressing the hips to the side, palms to heart center. Use the elbows to press the knees out, and we're also lengthening the spine here, pulling that tailbone down to the floor, crown of the head up. Breathe in for 3, for 2, For 1, right fingertips to the floor. I'm going to inhale, extend my left arm to the sky. Now, if you feel like this left knee is pulling forward, take your left hand and press into the thigh, pulling it to the side. So still really activating that open hip feeling using the biceps and the arms. Inhale, lift. Or you're here. Exhale, replace left fingertips to the floor. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Take your twist. And again, if that right leg feels like it's sinking forward, take your right arm inside and press it out and open for your twists. Breathe. 3 and 2 and 1. Coming back to center, plant the palms. Inhale, lift through the hips. Find your forward fold. This time, heel toe your toes forward, back onto the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Soften through the knees, roll it up 1 vertebra at a time. Shoulders up, back, and down, plug them in. Really activating that upper back stretch, press through the mat, palms forward. Hands come together, prayer pose. Step the feet together, toes together, heels slightly apart. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Hinge at the hips, soft bend through the knees. Inhale, halfway lengthen, stretch the legs, stretch the back, flatten everything out. Exhale, forward fold. Walk into your plank. Find that plank. Spread the palms wide, hands under the shoulders, be here. Pull the crown of the head forward, pull the navel to the sky. Really engage your core here. For 3, for 2, and 1. Release the knees. We're taking our chest straight down. Find that arch in your spine, elbows to the back, tricep push-up. Tap the chest. Be here. 3, 2, untuck the toes. And I'm just going to pull my heart forward. Baby cobra. Open the chest. Collarbones really spreading wide. Elbows squeezing into the side. And then inhale, stretch all the way up, finding your cobra stretch. Lift up, stretch the belly. Exhale, send the hips back, knees and toes together, rounding into your child's pose. Rest the forehead, reach the arms back, palms to the sky, reset. 2 more breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Place the palms back to the mat, roll the spine up, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, lengthen. From here, walk your hands into tabletop. Tuck in through the toes. First down dog. Lift the hips. Drive the crown of the head to the floor. Look behind you, biceps next to the ears. Start to shake out the head and then pedal out the feet. Going nice and slow, just feeling into this, really pushing the mat away, really lifting the hips, really pulling the tummy in. Now begin to look under the left shoulder, under the right. Feeling this lovely stretch here. Now let's shift forward to our plank. Inhale, round to that plank. And again, drop the knees, chest, chin, untuck the toes, take the chest straight down, finding this arch in the spine. From here, we're just going to slide the belly forward. Baby cobra, inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, push up, cobra. Exhale, round back, finding your restorative child's pose. That's a round spine. Versus our knees wide and our toes apart, getting more into the hips. Maybe finding a sway here. Inhale, shift forward to your tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips, find your down dog. Come back to pedaling out the feet. Let's inhale, right leg to the sky, sweep it up, hips facing forward. So just that 3-legged dog. We're not opening the hip yet. Maybe flexing and pointing the toe. Take an inhale, flex the toe. Press the mat away. Now inhale, point the toe. Can you lift a little higher without opening the hip? Exhale, flex the heel. Lift a little higher. 3, 2. Now bend that heel to the glute. Bend that heel for that quad stretch right here. Inhale, lift the knee just a little higher. And now from here, open up the hips to the right side. Stack the hips. Press the foot behind you. Keep that flex. Keep that activation. So we're really lengthening out the quad here. Look under the right armpit. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, extend the leg, point the toe. Feel this deeper opening, lengthen, more expressive here. High on the left toe, get bigger, bigger. Exhale, sink the heel, bend the knee softly. And we're gonna make little circles, bringing the knee in and across. Figure 8s, and out. Stretch it up. Bend, take it across, and out. Stretch it up. Bend. So really grounding into that left heel to stabilize the hips as we're just moving that right hip, finding that range. Hold it here. And then exhale, bring the foot down. Shift forward into your vinyasa. This time, option to add the full plank vinyasa. Holding here, chaturanga, half push up and freeze here, or melting your belly all the way to the floor. Untuck the toes. Inhale, push up, full cobra. Upward facing dog, floating the knees off the floor and pressing the toes as an option. And then exhale, rest the knees, shift it back, take a child's pose. This time taking a wide knee child's pose, knees wide, toes together, sink the belly between the hips. Be here. Sigh it out. Keep activating, pressing the palms into the mat, really opening up and strengthening the shoulders here. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Begin to shift back into tabletop, knees stacking back under the hips. Tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Second set. Really focusing on your hip placement. Here we go. Lift the left heel to the sky. Flex into the foot. Be here. Don't open up the hip. Now reach the toe. Can you lift a little higher? Press the mat away. Now flex the heel. Inhale, lift a little higher. Stay with this flexed heel. Now bend the knee, quad stretch. Breathe. Stay with this active stretch here. And what we're going to do is turn our knee to the left, open, stacking the hips. Think of really pressing your foot behind you. Push into that foot. Breathe here. Inhale. Now extend the toe nice and long, lengthen, feel expressive. High on that standing toe, 2 for 3, for 2, for 1. Exhale, ground that right heel down. Keep it grounded. We're going to begin with those figure 8s. Bend the knee. And you're taking it across the body and circling it out and up. Extend. 2 more. Bend. Figure 8. Exploring range in our hip. Really grounding through that left leg, not compromising. Keep breathing through your nose. Ujjayi breath. And on the exhale, step the foot down. Take your vinyasa. Inhale, press into your plank. Exhale, take a chaturanga push-up on your knees or on your toes. Elbows brush against the rib cage, melting all the way to the belly, or hovering your plank. Untuck the toes. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, push away. Open up the chest, stretch up cobra. Option for upward facing dog. We press the toes, we float the knees in. 3, 2. From here, tuck the toes, lift the hips down, dog. Oh yeah, feeling it. Step the feet wide. Walk the feet into the hands in 2 steps. Take the left hand to the right ankle. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Look under that right armpit. Breathe. Keep lengthening through that right arm, pressing the mat away. Can you find a deeper twist here? Exhale. Short dog. Inhale, replace right hand to the left foot. Take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, twist, bend. Look under the armpit. Use your bicep to create that deeper stretch. Keep pressing the left arm away. Woo. Walk into your plank. Wide legs. Find your wide leg vinyasa. Exhale, tricep push-up. Freeze halfway. Can you freeze halfway? Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Untuck the toes. Push up, cobra. Upward facing dog. Yes. Yes. Soften through the knees. Nice wide knees right here. Toes come together. Shift back, child's pose. 2 breaths. Big releasing breath. Come back to your breath. Close your eyes. Come back to yourself. Big inhale here. Sigh it out. Inhale, come back to tabletop. Heels in line with the hips. Tuck through the heels. Tuck through the toes. Find a little stretch here. Take a moment to just feel into those hips. Take some cat-cows. Inhale, arching forward. Rounding back. Arch forward. Round it back. One more. Coming back to tabletop. This time creating some circles. Circling the head, tucking through the hips, and then kind of leaning side to side. We'll just take 3 each way. Let it feel good. Make it a little expressive. Maybe close the eyes. Adding some intuitive movement here, and then reverse it. 3 one way. 3 the other way. Get big. Take up space. Find range here. One more. Let's add on. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, find your down dog. Right heels to the sky. Inhale, point the toes, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, bend the knee, point the toe this time. Feel a little more expressive here. Now we're gonna drop that heel to the left and then step the toe behind us, spiraling the chest to the sky. Stay high on the toe, reach up, and then reach back, opening the chest. Find your wild thing here. 3, for 2, keep pushing the hips up. For 1, circle the arm around, rotate your chest, let the knee follow, and then find your pigeon pose. Right knee to the right wrist, sink down. Ah, nice. And then here, take a little sway, melt. A lot of upper body strength there as we, a lot of push-ups. A lot of down dog, all of that, activating the upper body. Fingertips wider than the mat. Inhale up. Let's melt it for some cobra melts. So we get the elbows to the sky. We're flossing through the shoulder blades. Melt down, tap the head. Keep the head heavy, then push up. Let the head be last. Inhale, like you're painting the wall in front of you. Lift it all the way up. Hold it here. Press into the toe. Engage that quad. Breathe. 3, 2, melt it. Melt the knee, melt the body, melt the chest. Tap. 2 more. On the inhale, I push through the elbows and I let the head be last, lifting up, up, up. As I press into the toe, lift the knee up. So back knee is lifted, pressing into the top of the foot. And then exhale, melt the knee and the chest. Keep the elbows reaching to the sky. 1 more. Inhale, push it up. Breathe in, make it expressive. Lift the head, press into the toe. Everything is lifted. And then exhale, soften the back leg. Take your right hand across. So with pigeon, we're twisting the upper body only. Keep the hips facing forward. So I'm not super deep in this stretch, but that's okay. Just finding range and exploring. I'm not here to show off. I'm just here to show you some ideas. So maybe you are deeper in this twist. You can go to king pigeon, hooking the elbow, or maybe grabbing your foot behind your head. But for today, I'm going to practice just bending my knee and grabbing my foot. It's an upper body twist. We want to keep those hips forward, right? Maybe you can start to scooch the foot into the arm, into the elbow crease. Woo, that's going to do it for me today. Continue to lengthen the upper body. Inhale. Keep those hips forward, twisting upper body. And then slowly release, shifting your hips over to the right side, taking that back foot around for a nice little twist. Foot coming on the outside of the right knee, or maybe on the inside if you need a little more. Right arm to the sky. Exhale, take a slice. Press it away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Be here for a couple of breaths and notice how your body will find more depth with each breath. Continue to press that left foot into the ground, knee to the sky. 3, 2, and 1. Counter stretch. We just unwind, taking your hands as far as they'll go and just taking a little bow. Inhale, sweep that left leg back. Let's reset here. Tuck into the toes. Inhale, step back into your plank. Find your vinyasa. On your knees or on your toes. Inhale, pushing up, full upward dog for me today. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog. Walk it out, breathe. This is your moment to find rest in your down dog. Maybe you need a child's pose. You can take that here for 2 breaths. Eventually, down dog will feel so comfortable that this will be your rest. Breathe. Find stillness. Whether you're in child's pose or down dog. If you're in child's pose, begin to tuck the toes, shift to tabletop, find your downward facing dog, left side. Inhale, sweep the left leg up, all the way up, reach the toe up, find that expression, open the hip, bend the knee, woo, look under the shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna begin to flip the dog, drop the right heel to the side, and I'm just gonna go nice and slow, reaching that toe, and then spiral my upper body, reaching all the way back. 3, 2, and 1. Upper body spirals back to the mat. Let the knee follow. And then I'm going to bring the left knee to the right wrist. I'm sorry, left knee to the left wrist. Ah, yes, it starts to get you. And again, find that sway starting to melt into your hips here. Shoulders maybe rolling back. And then again, those cobra melts. Fingertips nice and high. So I want you to think of really flossing through the shoulder blades. Chest is nice and proud. On the exhale, we melt the chest down. Tap the forehead. As I tap the forehead, I begin to keep the elbows up and I'm going to push into the fingertips, rounding through the spine. Let my head be heavy. Inhale, lift up, press up. Crown of the head reaches, then I press the toe, engaging the thigh stretch right here. Nice quad stretch. Drop that right hip down. Float the knee, press in through the toe. Exhale, melt the knee. Start to melt the chest down, elbows to the sky. Tap the forehead. Inhale, push up, round. Let the head be heavy. And then it starts to lengthen, pulling everything up. Press into the top of the foot. Lift the knee. Breathe. Exhale, melt the knee. Soften, soften, melt it down. Elbows still reaching high to the sky. Last one. Inhale, press through the fingertips. Round through the spine. Inhale, lift the chin. Lengthen the crown of the head. Press through the top of the foot. Lift the knee. 3, 2, and 1. Soften through that back thigh. And now I'm going to start to keep my hips forward and I'm just finding that range in my upper body. Upper body twist only. Now when you found your space where you can't twist anymore, begin to test the flexibility. How does that feel in your right thigh as you bend the knee? This side's a little tighter and I'm going to grab onto the foot. Keeping my upper body nice and lifted. Breathing here. And then playing with variations. How close can you bring that foot in? Can you maybe pull it to the elbow crease? Again, this is it for me today. Option for king pigeon. And then slowly release. Shift weight over to the left, coming to our twist. Taking that back foot around. Again, stepping it inside the knee for a gentler twist, or a little deeper outside of the knee. Then inhale, sit up nice and straight. Right hand behind, left arm reaches up to the sky. I'm going to take a nice big slice and then inhale, sit up straight, twist, using the pressure of my left hand to push my knee inward. Really grounding that right foot into the ground. Inhale, lift, chin over the shoulder. Notice the depth with each exhale, sinking deeper into your twist. One more inhale. Exhale, twist. And on your next inhale, unwind, counter stretch. Just twist till it feels good and take a little bow. And then inhale here, we're gonna send the legs forward. Woo, plant those feet. Take your windshield wipers. Feet are wide as the mat, so you have some room to drop that knee inside the hips. Take a minute here to surrender, to soften. And now we'll take a gentle little deer twist. Inhale the knees up, and then exhale, drop the knees to the left. Now I'm going to sit up straight, finding this nice grounding through both of my sits bones. Inhale, taking a twist, right hand to the left knee. Inhale, sit up straight. Exhale, twist. Notice if the right hip is really floating off the floor. You have that option to kind of find that deeper stretch, but then take that right hip and ground it down. Engage your Ujjayi breath. Engage the core. Press that left knee down as you take the twist. Sorry if I'm not mirroring you. My brain only functions certain ways on a hot day. We're in Vegas here. It's beautiful and breezy, but it's hot. Inhale, take it all the way around the world. We're just going to keep the body spinning. Don't even move the feet. Just pick up the knees. Exhale, drop them down. Find this comfortable twist first, and then inhale, begin to sit up straight. Notice your posture. So I can feel my left hip just floating just a bit. On the inhale, taking the left hand to the right knee and look over the shoulder. So notice from the back, I can feel this hip lifted. Now I'm going to take a big inhale, keep pressing down onto my right knee, and then I'm going to tuck my tailbone, ground that left hip. Engage my Ujjayi breath. Deep hip strengthener here. Breathe in. Stay grounded with that left hip in your twist. Breathe in again. Exhale. Whew. Inhale back to center. And then on the exhale, we're going to gently roll down. Arms reach forward, coming down, C curve, Pilates vibes. Yes, I teach Pilates too. Arms coming out to cactus, feet wide, windshield wiper once more. Coming to our surrender, our Shavasana. Coming back to center. Heel toe the feet in line with the hips. Arms long by the side, palms pressing into the mat. Really engage the arms into the mat. We're taking some bridges. Take an inhale. On the exhale, I want you to begin with the low back. Press it into the mat, curl the tailbone, push all the way up. Really engaging into the core by pressing into the heels. Glutes are activated. Hold it here for 3, for 2. Press the arms long into the mat, and 1. Roll it down. 2 more times. Inhale, find neutral. Take a breath. On the exhale, press the low back. Gently scoop the tailbone and then lift, pressing into the heels. Big breath in. And soften down. Upper back, mid back, low back. 1 more. Inhale. As you take a breath in, just let the low back do what it wants. Let it find neutral as you breathe in. No effort. Exhale, soften. Now we begin to just continue scooping the pelvis and the tailbone. Press the low back and then press the hips up. Hold. We hold here for a moment. Option to clasp the hands underneath your back and then scooch the shoulders in. Open up, big, deep shoulder stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Release the palms. This time, just let them roll to the sky as you roll down 1 vertebra at a time. And then reset, bring the knees into the chest. And find a gentle rock side to side, massaging the spine. We're going to try another hip bridge, this time building strength through our hips, internal rotation of the hips. Now feet still hip width apart, but this time arms long by the side, palms down. We're going to squeeze the knees together as we lift the hips 3 times, okay? Activating different muscles. Breathe in. Let the low back just soften, and then on the exhale, we begin to press the low back, scoop through the tailbone, and lift the hips. Notice you're not going to go as high, but that's okay. We're really engaging different muscles here. Lengthen through the arms. Press the palms into the mat. Breathe here. 3. Squeeze the knees together for 2. And 1. Exhale, roll down upper back, mid back, low back. When you take that next inhale, just soften the low back. Let it go. Fill up the rib cage, make it feel nice and expansive here, and then exhale, soften. As you soften, continue to soften until you feel that low back melt to the mat. Start to scoop the tailbone, squeeze the knees together, lift the hips up, all the way up. Activate that core, press in through the palms. This is challenging. 3, 2, and 1. Soften through the upper back, mid back, low back. Now, if you have low back problems, I've definitely struggled with that for years. Strengthening your hips, or if you have hip problems, is going to be really powerful for you. So these are wonderful for you to activate. 1 more. Big breath in. On the exhale, we soften, melting everything in. Press that low back. Engage the core. Lift. Last 1. 5. All the way up. Hold it here. 4. Breathe in. 3. This is where we start to hold our breath. Continue to breathe in. 1 more. Exhale, soften all the way down. Let it go. This time I'm going to offer you a chance to stretch it all the way out. Good morning stretch. Hello. And we're going to find our banana shape here. Take that left leg all the way out And we're going to take that right leg to meet it as far as you can. And then scooch the upper body to the left as well. Can you grab onto the left wrist with the right arm? Now in banana, the goal is to keep your hips and your shoulders grounded, maybe crossing that right leg over. Woo. This looks so simple. It can be so challenging. It can bring up a lot of feelings. Definitely does with me. I have a lot of stress in my hips and low back, so this is very, this can make me feel all kinds of ways. Breathe in. Soften here. One more breath. You do not have to cross the ankle over. That's only if you want a deeper stretch. You could keep your hips onto the mat. Inhale, extend that right leg, release all the way over, stretch it nice and wide. Upper body coming over to the right, taking that right wrist into your left hand, reach, finding that upper body banana, left leg coming over. Woo, I like to begin parallel, just seeing if I can ground everything into the mat. And then maybe a little creep of that left heel over that right foot. Oh man. You know I'm feeling it right now. Close the eyes, breathe in now. And exhale. Sometimes it's the simplest looking moves that can bring so much energy through your body. Be in the discomfort, or maybe it feels so lovely. Be in it, enjoy it. Just keep breathing. Notice not to hold your breath. One more inhale. And exhale slowly. Let's release that left foot. Release the upper body. Find your big X on the mat. Wiggle into the mat. Bend the knees, walk the feet into the mat. Hug them into the chest. Woo, gentle spine massage. Happy baby. Toes together, knees come wide, hands coming between, gripping onto the feet. Outsides of the feet. If this is still tough for you, you can always hook under the thighs and find this opening and just really find a rock here. Otherwise, hands coming between, gripping onto the outsides of the feet. Flex the feet, press them to the sky. So think of pulling the knees down outside of the body and stamping your feet to the sky. Find that rock. And then maybe finding a little playful baby. Babies don't got no rules. They want to extend and kick and bend. Be a little free here. Lean into what feels good. Maybe bending and extending both legs. Maybe a big straddle stretch. I love that. Flexing and pointing the toes. Just finding different micro movements. Just activating different parts of our body. And then soften. Feet coming together. Finding your reclined butterfly. As you bring the feet together, feel the neck just really lengthen away from the shoulders. Inhale. And then knees coming together, taking that hug. Let's take a twist, left leg down, right knee in. Extend the right arm to the side, palm down. Right knee coming across the chest. For the full spinal twist, get your neck in the game. Inhale, chin over the shoulder, just to remind you to keep that alignment in your spine. Close the eyes, be here and enjoy. As you soften into this stretch, can you inhale, lengthen? And you exhale, soften. Playing with deeper stretches here, maybe a playful bind. Bend into your left leg, can you catch the foot? Would you like a little more? Kick into that top leg, maybe grabbing the foot. Outside of the foot, inside of the foot, just really finding this deep bind stretch. 2 more breaths here. Close the eyes, go back inward, inhale. Exhale, soften, engage that twist more. How deep can you go in that twist? 3, 2, and 1. Release the bottom leg first. Soften through the top leg and return to center. Both knees coming back. Woo. Reset, right leg long, left knee into the chest. Inhale, extend the left arm into a T, palm facing down. Pull that left knee across the chest and let the gaze follow to the left hand. Again, closing the eyes, finding that surrender, Finding that pratyahara, your sense withdrawal. We take one sense away so all the others become tightened. And the goal here is really to tune into that internal universe. What's happening inside of my body right now? Breathe in, sink a little deeper. Option to go deeper with a little bit of binding bend through the right leg, maybe catching the foot. Be here. Maybe option to extend the top leg if you can catch the foot. Maybe just gently extending the leg, placing your hand. One side might be a little tighter, this definitely is. And then creeping your hand up, outside of the foot, inside of the foot. What feels good for you? Finding that really deep expression. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, soften deeper. Inhale. Puja, exhale, seal the lips. And slowly coming back, releasing the bottom leg, soften the top knee, coming back to center. Woo. And then just massaging the spine, gentle rock side to side, final position before Shavasana, palms along by the side. Inhale, legs to the sky, finding this waterfall position of swimming the legs. Maybe like a legs up the wall variation. We're gonna take it a little deeper, but your option to stay what feels good. If you feel okay in your spine, we're just gonna take a gentle lift of the hips as we reach the toes, high on those fingertips. That always helps me to lift the hips. Take a big breath in, pull the navel to the spine as we lift the hips, stretching them over for plow pose. Arms stay long. Maybe option to clasp the palms. Maybe hands coming to the low back. I'm gonna fix my shirt and let those toes be heavy. Placing your hands at the low back, giving them a little nudge. And you get those toes to the floor. Woo. Breathe. More compression. It is easy to hold your breath here. Ooh, cramp, come out of it. Diaphragm cramp. A lot of things going on real time. And then taking it back down wherever you are. Maybe shoulder stands, a fun one, walking the elbows in as close as you can, lifting the hips up, toes to the sky. 5, 4. If you have any playful variations in your legs, I love playing with straddles here. Maybe a little windmill. Oh, that's in the way. I'm taking these windmill variations. Ooh. Eagle legs. Getting playful in your waterfall if you're still in legs up the wall variation. And then arms back to the ground as you gently roll down one vertebra at a time, controlling. Bend the knees, plant the feet. I always love to take a little extra stretch into my neck, hands coming behind the head, clasping the fingers. Take an inhale. Exhale, just give a little gentle neck pull. Inhale, soften everything. Let's take Shavasana. Spread the feet wide on the mat. Wiggle into the hips. Get all the wiggles out. I love taking big wiggles. What needs a little adjustment? Shake into it, move into it. You are so embodied right now. Embodiment is just that internal awareness. You're so alive and present and feeling everything. Bring a gentle smile on your face. Tell yourself, this feels good. You made it. Full body experience. Activating and awakening morning flow or midday reset, or whenever you're doing this, you've taken the time to energize and activate your body. Engaging into a sensual yoga flow. Sensuality is about moving with intention. Feeling into those movements, letting go of the rigid structure that is placed on us often in certain yoga classes. Leading into what feels good, as long as we're protecting our alignment, being safe in our movement. And today, offering to place one hand on your belly. Maybe both hands on your belly, just gentle comforting. As we enjoy our Shavasana, close your eyes and surrender. I'll guide you out when it's time. Just let go. Slowly release the palms to the mat facing up, extending the arms. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Coming back to your day. You know, we don't have to wait for New Year's or some special day or the next morning to reset, to start again. We can do it any moment of the day. Bring your feet together, inhale, start to stretch the arms long over the head, maybe clasping the fingers, flipping the palms for palm tree. And on the exhale, gently circling the arms around, walking the feet in, gently lifting the hips if that feels good. I love a little hip lift at the end of class. Or maybe hugging the knees into chest, rounding the spine down. Bringing the knees in, rocking side to side in your hug. And gently rolling towards the camera, finding your fetal position. And just a symbol of new beginnings. Pressing your palm to the mat, closing the eyes. Remember, every transition takes time, so just be here for a breath. On your next inhale, pressing up to seated, we'll seal our practice together. Moving back onto the mat. Ooh. Finding your seated position. It's always a fun reminder that yoga began as a movement practice, so they were able to sit in this pose for hours of meditation. So as we think like popping into a handstand is the goal, this is truly the goal. I guess that just depends on you. So if you can sit comfortably in this Sukhasana with a nice long spine, open strong hips, you're doing well. Palms to the sky, close the eyes. One last big intention together, inhale. Bring something in for yourself, something that truly you desire, and start taking steps towards making it happen. If you desire it, it's yours. You have the power within to make it happen. The only limits we have are the ones that we set on ourselves. On the inhale, slowly blink the eyes open, stretch the palms wide to the sky, reach the arms out, sweep them up. Exhale, push the palms together down to your heart center, Anjali Mudra, bowing your head gently as your hands pass. Smile on your face. Thank you so much for trusting me to guide you in your practice and joining me today. Have a beautiful week ahead. Namaste. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this practice, please let me know in the comments. I love to know where you're practicing from too. I'm here in sunny Las Vegas. It should be winter right now, but it is hot. I also wanted to share a free offering with you. It's Awaken Your Sensual Self, my ebook, 5 Steps to Transformation and Confidence, and you can download that, and the link's in the description below. And all my offerings, my sensual embodiment yoga teacher training, my Thailand retreats, and more, you can find that all in the descriptions below. Again, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you here more for Sensual Yoga Flows. Namaste.